is there a protocol that you could use in bodybuilding to take away your acne for good and forever in 3 days? Yes, there is. I developed one, and I'm gonna go through every phase on this so you guys understand acne versus bodybuilding and what happens. So let's start here. The main causes of steroid acne in bodybuilding is DECA, SUST, and even some other compounds in gear related. So it shows up basically after several weeks while on a cycle. Now, it's more common in bodybuilders under the age of 30. So that's a good factor. So if you're over 30, you don't have to worry about it that much, but it still could happen. It just means that your hormone levels are a little bit low or a little bit too high. So now, and it's frequent in lighter skin. So that means if you're white or if you're darker, you're good to go. Now, it's known that the inhalation of corticosteroids, that means like asthma medication or some others, but it has to be a corticosteroid. It makes you create acne a little bit easier. So it's really bad because it shows up in your face more than in your areas or whatever, in the body, in the back, in the side, sometimes right over here. Now, how this happens is we have a TLR2 receptor, and this receptor is the one that is combined to bacteria, right? So acne is created by some bacteria in the skin. Now, when both of them are combined, that's when the zit happens. There's 7 different kinds of acne, and I'll be going over them. Now, the treatments that I found outside sources and everywhere, even globally, include oral antibiotics and oral antifungal, it's called itraconazole. Now, for scars, they're using doxycycline, minocycline, tetracycline, and all of these have the same properties. They're all antibiotics and they kill bacteria. But what's the thing? What's going on with this? They have anti-inflammatory properties, but they're not as effective as my protocol, because I know certain medications, let's say certain antibiotics, that work better, and they'll be actually faster, which is like maybe in a couple of days instead of waiting 21 days for your acne to completely clear out your system. So the problem is that it takes 4 to 8 weeks sometimes. Also, if they actually prescribe you these antibiotics in the industry, they'll be always wanting you to use something that's helpful, but it also, brings in money. And that's not fair for us, right? Because we want to look good for stage. We want to be stage ready, and bodybuilders and females want to look good. So they have even developed a way with benzoyl peroxide, and this is an antiseptic. What they do is that they'll spray it, or they'll even rub it in the skin, and sometimes it clears up, but it's longer time. And there's a lot of results with it, with my protocol, but just in 3 days. Now, something that you might want to consider is searching for this exact item, Vix. So Vix or Vixx is something that is used for many purposes within the medical field. And remember this, Vixx, okay? So you might want to write it down because that's in my protocol. Now, let's talk a little bit more to the side of female bodybuilders, just to cover both areas. Now, for females, they use cosmetics. And that's a big problem sometimes because every single cosmetic, even natural, they have petrolatum, vegetable oils. They got something called butyl steroid. I don't even know what that is. They even have lauryl alcohol and uric acid. And all these are terrible for the skin. So they found a way to mitigate these things by using, let me go through it first, something that's available and that you use in your kitchen really easily. I'll tell you what it is in a second. So many factors contribute in the development of this acne in females and in men. So one of them is genetics. Second is the diet, the stress, even the hormone changes that be happening around your life. So that also impacts the hormone levels, cortisol, and a lot of more. Infections that might occur on females or men, parasites, or even just by not showering enough. And for female, it's best to apply apple cider vinegar. Yes, apple cider vinegar, what they do is females just spray a little bit of apple cider vinegar, they wipe it off with a cold towel, then a hot towel, and then they'll go ahead and put all these makeups on, cosmetics. And this allows the body, or at least the face, not to have a lot of acne or less acne, and it helps. Now the thing with apple cider vinegar is that the pH level is so off the charts that it could, in some people it causes irritation, in some people it doesn't, but everybody's different. So if you have sensitive skin, this is something that you actually want to test, topically in your arm or something and see how you react. Even with men, you could do it too. Now, the protocol mix that they do use is the apple cider vinegar, 1 ounce, and it has to be like this. If not, you're doing it wrong. You're gonna do something crazy. So remember I said it's spray. So 1 ounce of apple cider vinegar, 3 ounces of water. It has to be alkalinic water. So now they spray on the area and they let it sit for 5 to 20 seconds. Let it do its job. And what it's doing is killing the fungus and all these bacteria that's like crawling in there and just trying to make your zits and everything pop out. So they rinse it off with water and then they go and do their own thing. Now, another thing that you need to consider is zinc. The zinc supplementation is really actually mandatory if you have acne in bodybuilding, because people with acne have lower zinc levels, and this is proven in the blood. If you see someone with acne, they'll be doing a blood test to prescribe you some medications for acne, and the thing is that your zinc level is actually really low. So how much zinc do you want to supplement with? 30 mgs to 45 mgs if you have scars. If you have scars, it's 45 mgs. If you don't have scars and it's not that much, it's 30 mgs. But there's one more thing. It has to be elemented zinc. Why? It's the best right now because elemented zinc has a lot of zinc oxide, and it's at 80 to 89%, which is basically impossible to find. So when you're looking for your zinc, make sure it's elemented zinc. It's also in my protocol. So never exceed 40 milligrams because you don't want to get an irritation. Too much zinc causes irritation on the zinc, but on the skin by just even soap or anything. So a lot of people that over exceed on supplementation sometimes have rashes and stuff and hives, is because they're taking zinc and it's going an excess amount into your body. So you don't want that. So don't ever exceed 40 mgs. So zinc is not absorbed through the skin. This is actually good to understand, because there's a lot of things out there that have zinc. And like, oh yeah, it has zinc and you could just rub it. Well, guess what, bro? It does not absorb through your skin. So don't try to freaking fool anybody, because they're watching this video and they're mentally strong and physically strong. They're mentally able to make a good decision. So the other things they can do, and I've seen do naturally, if you don't want to go like, you want a quick fix, let's say you want it like right now, see what happens is they'll try honey with cinnamon, and they'll apply honey with cinnamon. They'll just grab it and they'll just scrub their face and then they'll wash it with, you know, normal soap and water and see what happens, or in the areas affected. And that's something that I actually tried. It only helps like if you have a blackhead. Now, one more issue. The low glycemic diet is really important, because high glycemic foods causes spikes in insulin. In this case, you can see a very, 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 very high severity of acne all over the place. So when you're looking at someone that they have acne all over the place, it's because it's a really high glycemic, you know, food intake in their system, and you want to balance it out. So that might actually help you. Another thing, high glycemics include white bread, which some of us like a lot, you know, especially if you're doing some French toast. Sugary soft drinks, which I don't ever drink them. Cakes, which I don't ever eat. Donuts, I would eat it, but I do not eat them at all. Pastries, I don't eat them. Candies, everybody loves candy, especially chocolate. So try to lower that if you have acne. Now, sugary breakfast cereals, they're really common in bodybuilding because, you know, the IGF-1 with the human growth hormone and even the insulin, you're gonna have spikes where you need like really fast absorbing carbs and sugars. So that's something that you guys might want to stay a little bit more to a better selection of cereals. So yeah, we were talking about the cereals. So indeed, this type is the major cause of acne in a lot of people, because it's actually in their diets daily, and they don't know it. But that's one of the main causes of one of the types of acne. Now, to fix it, all you need to do is go back to low glycemic diets. So low glycemic diets or foods, you're gonna have to be looking more to the side of eating fruits, vegetables. That means staying healthy. So look, your body looks like you are when you're eating. And if you eat a fruit, that means you're a little bit healthier. No, it just means that you like fruit. So fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts. Nuts. Only almonds and walnuts. Why? Because almonds are really high in calories, and walnuts also are a little bit higher to there. Nuts, in particular, peanuts. And in bodybuilding, peanuts is like really, really, really peanut butter, you know, delicious. So we gotta go back to those type of diets and stay a little bit away from the peanut butter and more into the almond butter and walnuts. It's a quick fix. I tried it, it's pretty awesome. So I don't have I got like one zit. It's a hair ingrown, like right in the back. But I fixed it really fast. So now another thing, there's grains, not any type of grains. Some grains, but in particular, you want to stick more to the side of eating popcorn. So when you're going back to the low glycemic diet, include some popcorn in your diet, and that would actually help you. And it can't be all buttery and all this. There's specific types. You're intelligent. I don't want to go ahead and advertise. So in my study, IGF is a hormone that involved very many amazing things, and especially in acne development. And so I always ask if they have acne. All my clients, hey, do you have acne? They're like, yeah, man, I do. I was like, okay, so I just take away the IGF and their cycles for a little bit. And there's one thing that you guys want to know. Milk has a little bit of IGF there. So milk is one of the worst things that you could have as a bodybuilder, especially if you have steroid acne, because it's not going to help you at all. So you need to get away completely from all dairy products, every single one of them, and just stick with almond milk or even some other types that you could actually make, because the IGF-1 factor in it will actually help create more acne all over your body, your shoulders, your delts, your triceps areas, even on your freaking forearms you have acne, and in your chest. And what happens is if you're drinking too much of this, you're gonna have a lot of scarring, and you don't want that, right? So try by all means to buy it's a home metabolic kit, and it's gonna actually help you. They sell them online. It's a home metabolic test kit, so you could test how you are metabolically, and it will tell you exactly if yes or no, and it goes really in detail. It's pretty amazing. Another factor I realized was stress. Stress is one of the craziest things when you have a lot of things to do, like in my case, videos, family, kids, so much video editing, company-wise, researching, science development, closing out research studies, and it's a lot. You got to develop a lot of topics, and it's crazy. So what can you use to mitigate your stress or to help lower the cortisol elevation, right? So what do? You could meditate. You could actually find a way to reverse it. And there's a lot of things you could do. You could read. You could breathe in 3 times and take it out slowly a couple of times, and that will actually, lower it. Another thing is that the key roles to improve stress is to get proper sleep, but not any type of sleep. You want to get REM sleep. REM sleep is really high quality sleep. That means you can only get like 3 or 4 hours, sometimes maybe 2 hours of it. And that's why we always say try to sleep more than 4 hours in the military or even in anywhere. So you sleep from 4 to 6 hours, you get probably like 3 good hours of sleep. And that's REM. That's in a steady state where you're like deep, like people could touch you and poke you and like bam, and nothing would happen. So the other thing is a cup of tea with honey in the middle of the night will actually help you sleep perfectly. So you grab any green tea, you add a little bit of honey, and you just take it. It just calms you. But it calms you in a cellular level where it creates melatonin in your receptors, and you just feel so amazing and so calm that like people could freaking fireworks at you and like just throw anything at you. You'll be like, yeah, that's what's up. So you'll be really, really perfectly ready to go back to sleep. Now, sebum. Sebum. What is sebum? Sebum is the main cause of 5 types of acne. Yep. Sebum production means bacteria, hormones, dead skin cells, which everybody has, and ingrown hairs. Of these, there is 6 of them: blackheads, whiteheads, papules that are inflamed, the pustules, the nodules or nodules, zits, and from all of these, you get pus, like P-U-S, not, you get clogged up. So you see those that are clogged up. You get bacteria ones. You get some that are open, but have a little bit of liquid. They're like little, what the heck is that coming out of there? Dead skin ones. They just look like a little lump, and they're like almost a whitehead. And the ones that are inflamed are actually the worst ones. And those are the ones that create scarring, because you'll be like trying to pop it, it's already popped, it's like inflamed inside, it's created by steroids. So my protocol is perfect. It's perfect because I already tried it with like almost 87 clients. Well, it's 89 clients. And 89 clients, they had dairy products, they have all these things in their freaking bodies. And I wanted to find out a way, because they'd be trying to like, dude, it's been 2 months and like I have this, it doesn't go away. What do I do? I'm like, man, let me fix your cycle. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, it's actually getting better. But I'm like, no, let me go really deep in detail and find the main cause of freaking acne in bodybuilding and how to freaking solve it. So I did. And it's highly effective. It's freaking amazing. So my 3-day protocol, and I call it the acne solution for bodybuilders, is you're gonna have to grab zinc. Zinc from 30 to 45 milligrams. And I said 40, right? Yeah, I know. But you're gonna take 40, from 30 to 45. If you're 200 pounds, we're gonna do the conversion by kilogram of fat, and you'll take 45 if you're 200 and above. If you're 200 and below, you're gonna take 40 or 30 to 40. Now, there's something that you need to have in hand and find. It's an antibiotic. It's a 3-day antibiotic, and it's freaking amazing. It's called the Z-Pack. Z-Pack. It's one of the freaking most intense antibiotics that they're out there. It comes in a pill. Now, it comes in a 500 milligram dose pill. You take it 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. Now, this alone would actually help for all the bacteria, all the fungus, and all the freaking steroid acne induced all over your body to go away. But you do need a couple extra things. You're gonna need glutathione, and you're gonna take 1 gram of glutathione. You're gonna take melatonin 2 and PT1 for 1 gram, those 3 days. You're also gonna take Tiger 17. What is Tiger 17? Tiger 17 is a peptide that cures scars, heals completely the scar tissue area, the skin, anywhere. If you have like other scars, you'd be like, oh my God, it's erased. And it's amazing. I tried it myself. I got injured in Iraq, and I had one of my clients, he had surgery. And his, like, you could see this back, like the freaking lines were like, almost like crazy. Like you'll do like that, and it'll be like that long. And it was crazy. It was like a huge scar. And I'm like, oh my God, he should do a tattoo or something. Because he was always talking about it. And like, so I tried Tiger 17 a couple months ago, and it did work with me. It was when I got hit with the IED. I got hit in the tibia, and it broke inside, and it left a major scar. And the scar just almost disappears. Like looks translucent, and like basically like it's part of your, like it went back, like almost like it. You know how you evolve? Well, it did the opposite. So it's like an involution. Yeah. So it's pretty amazing. So Tiger 17, kind of look for it. You're gonna need it. If you don't have it, it's okay. It's hard to get, but you could find it. You could find it. It's freaking amazing. Now, you're gonna take 2.5 milligrams of this mgs. So that's a total of 1 gram. 2.5 mgs diluted in barytheric water, and boom, you take that, and I promise you, in 3 days, you'll be acne free. You have the freaking most amazing looking skin in the world. If you have like 8 zits or acne in your back, steroid acne, it's completely gone. And you'll be like in shock. Now, what happens with the ones in the face, right? If you have some in the face, it's created by SUST, which is a ester compound, like 4 combined of 4 esters. You could combine it however you want. There's 16, 17 esters in steroids that you could actually combine, and it's freaking amazing how they actually work. So this is something that's a major discovery in bodybuilding, because the major factor of Tiger 17, I think, is the one that's creating the most elusive, most impressive results, combining glutathione with PT141 and melatonin 2. The thing is, glutathione makes you white. PT141 in high doses or melatonin 2 makes you darker. So by combining these two, you're telling the body to, boom, what the heck is going on here? I'm having one fighting for the other one. So you're actually interconnecting them so they do something and they balance out. So they're gonna be fighting, and when one of them is trying to do this, they'll balance out, and they're gonna balance out your skin. How? pH levels. That's when Tiger 17 comes in, cracks inside with the antibiotic product, heals, seals, and you have new clear skin. And it's amazing. If you guys try this, you're gonna be freaking in shock. This video is gonna go viral. Like, it is so amazing. Like, I couldn't even believe my eyes when I tried. When I saw the results with all the freaking clients, it was amazing. It was incredible. So I had to make this video. I was like, this is freaking, oh my God. You guys should, if you have acne, do this. Do this, and it's gonna work. So I'm gonna go over it one more time. You're gonna buy zinc. You're gonna take from 30 to 45 milligrams. You're gonna buy a Z-Pack. Z-Pack is an antibiotic. Also, glutathione, melatonin 2, PT141, and it's amazing. So, Tiger 17, you're gonna look for it, you're gonna look for it, you're gonna look for it, and you're gonna find it, and you're gonna add it in. You could use one more thing if you have a severe scarring with blood, and that would be metirapone. Metirapone is a cortisol blocker, and you know that stress is really, really bad. I didn't want to mention it because everybody could reduce stress really easy, but they're so centered in that you have to use all these things, and you don't let the mind over the body do its job. So if you're that type of person, get metirapone. Metirapone actually helps blocking cortisol levels, and you would take 250 mgs. That would be the dose. That's if you're that type of person. That's more for, actually, and this is actually a really good thing. For females, it's actually good because they have hormones, and sometimes they have hormones that are in they're uncontrollable. They don't have, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. So that's when you add it. Now, if you see right now, look at your back, and you see zits, and you know they're not going away for a long time, and you got IFBB Pro contest, or even you're going out on vacation, you don't want people to look at that, or it's getting so bad and you don't have a coach, comment below, try this, and I guarantee you 100% that this is going to work amazing. It's based on real science research. It's based on real people. And this is something that is a major discovery for the industry. So that's my 3-day acne protocol solution for bodybuilding. Now, stay swole and stay freaking amazing, my friends of freedom. Pioneers of human evolution. Just practicing. See you guys. Have a good one.